Writer's block is a pain, isn't it? Right when you think you have your very own Shakespeare, you rewrite it because you think it sucks. Sums up my script writing process, really, which is why it took so long to make this video. Anyways, I'm going to lay down some ground rules for this video. This will only include combat aircraft because, talking about every single aircraft from the trainers to the helicopters to the cargo planes to the maritime patrol aircraft, that's just going to take a lot of time. And besides, would you rather learn about the cargo capacity of a C-130? Or would you see just how many missiles an F-14 Tomcat can carry, or how many bombs an F-4 Phantom can carry and drop it on, targets? With that being said, let's get this show on the road. It's about time. To give you context on why Iran has American-made aircraft, please pause the screen so you can read the text that is now showing. With that little context out of the way, let's begin the video. The F-4 Phantom II. Class: Multi-Role Fighter. National Origin: St. Louis, Missouri, United States. Crew: 2. Number owned: 64. Received: 1968. Succeeded by the Sukhoi Su-35. Payload: 18,650 pounds. Hardpoints: 9. Missiles: AIM-9 Sidewinder, AIM-7 Sparrow, AGM-65 Maverick, and AGM-45 Shrike. Gun: M61A1 Vulcan. Ceiling: 60,000 feet. Maximum speed: 1,470 miles per hour. Combat range: 420 miles. Ferrying range: 1,677 miles. The F-4 Phantom is well known for its role in the Vietnam War. Despite turning jungles into napalm-fried communists, it's also known for its use worldwide, most notably in South Korea, Japan, United Kingdom, Spain, Greece, Turkey, and other nations. The idea of the Phantom was to be specialized in BVR, or Beyond Visual Range Combat. Beyond Visual Range Combat was meant to shoot down bombers before they could reach the range to drop nuclear bombs or to launch anti-ship missiles. During the Vietnam War, Phantoms had to get within visual range to see the enemy and to avoid friendly fire. The Vietnamese used this, along with the nimbleness of the MiG-17s and the MiG-21s, to their advantage. This was before IFFs, or Identify Friend or Foe, was implemented. Iran will soon replace these aging aircraft for the Sukhoi 35 Flanker. The F-14 Tomcat. National Origin: United States of America. Crew: 2. Number owned: 41. Received: 1976. Payload: 14,500 pounds. Hardpoints: 10. Missiles: AIM-9 Sidewinder, AIM-7 Sparrow, and AIM-54 Phoenix. Gun: M61A1 Vulcan. Maximum speed: 1,544 miles per hour. Combat range: 579 miles. Ferrying range: 1,800 miles. Ceiling: 53,000 feet. The Tomcat is most known for its role in the Top Gun films, along with appearing in all of the Ace Combat games. What makes this aircraft unique is that Iran is the only foreign nation to possess this aircraft. They were given to an Imperial Iran to serve as interceptors for Soviet bombers, which at the time, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or the Soviet Union, shared a border with Iran. Much like the F-4 Phantom, the Tomcat specializes in BVR. One of the missiles used for this form of combat is the AIM-54 Phoenix, which looks like something straight out of Looney Tunes. For the A and B variant, this missile has a range of 83 miles. When launched, it uses a semi-active radar for tracking, but when it enters its terminal phase, end phase, it uses active radar. Along with a proximity fuse, it's bye-bye communist for you. Having a 133-pound warhead, this missile packs quite a mighty punch. Despite this aircraft having a mighty arsenal, the Tomcat is on its way out, to be replaced by the Sukhoi 35 Flanker, joining the F-4 Phantom into retirement. The F-7. Class: Fighter. National origin: People's Republic of China. Crew: 1. Number owned: 17. Received: somewhere in the 1980s. Payload: 4,400 pounds. Hardpoints: 5. Missiles: PL-5 and PL-7. Gun: two 30mm Type 30 cannons. Ceiling: 56,000 feet. Maximum speed: 1,400 miles per hour. Combat range: 530 miles. Ferrying range: 1,400 miles. The Chengdu 7 is an aircraft which resulted in the agreement of technology transfer from the Soviet Union to the People's Republic of China in 1962. The aircraft that the J-7 is based off of is the Mikoyan Gorbevich MiG-21. The Chengdu Corporation would manufacture these aircraft and export them to countries like Pakistan, Sri Lanka, North Korea, and Bangladesh. The export variant of the aircraft has the designation of F, henceforth the F-7. With these aircraft being severely outdated and having a lack of spare parts, it will likely be phased out of service. If war was to break out today, it would be an all-you-can-eat buffet for F-35s, F-16s, and hopefully the F-22. If you are a pilot of the F-7 and encounter any of these aircraft, the best thing you can do is to place your knees over your head and kiss your goodbye. The F-5E Tiger II. Class: Light Fighter. National origin: United States. Crew: 1. Number owned: 60. This includes both the original and the domestic variants. The original variant was received in 1974. Payload: 7,000 pounds. Hardpoints: 7. Missiles: AIM-9 Sidewinder and AGM-65 Maverick. Guns: two 20mm M39A2 cannons. Ceiling: 51,800 feet. Maximum speed: 1,741 miles per hour. Combat range: 554 miles. Ferrying range: 2,310 miles. I will only cover the original because of just how little in number the variants are, and the Iranian variants have very little visual difference from the original. I mean, for God's sakes, the Azarax, which is the only one I know how to pronounce, is literally a rebuilt F-5E. The Quay, or whatever, it's on the screen right now, is a F-5 variant that looks like it tried to sneak into a F-18 convention. I mean, seriously, look at its tail. 2 stabilizers. And the Kosar, or whatever its name is, has a second seat, making it a 2-seater. Anyways, in the Vietnam War, America had very fast and very heavy aircraft, which lacked agility, which, if you're paying attention to the commentary section of the F4 Phantom in this video, you knew that this would be a problem. Then came the Tiger. It was considered a good match against the MiG-21. Unfortunately, in 1975, Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam, which is now known as Ho Chi Minh City, fell under North Vietnamese control. In the victory over the South, the NVA acquired 114 F-5s, 27 of which were the E variant. Vietnam is the only country to operate and field both F-5s and MiG-21s. In Iran's Air Force, despite being a small target, this aircraft will be ineffective due to limited payload and range, and, just how old it is. The Mirage F-1. Class: Fighter. National origin: designed in France, retrieved from Iraq. Crew: 1. Number: 23. Received: 1991. Payload: 13,900 pounds. Hardpoints: 5. Missiles: the Nor and AIM-9 Sidewinder. Guns: two 30mm DEFA 553 cannons. Ceiling: 66,000 feet. Maximum speed: 1,453 miles per hour. Combat range: 264 miles. Ferrying range: 2,100 miles. Ferrying from the lands of France, this aircraft is fueled by cigarettes, many liters of wine, and the vengeful spirit of Napoleon Bonaparte. All jokes aside, at the beginning, when I stated that they were retrieved from Iraq, you may be wondering, how didn't the Iranians get them? Well, in 1991, 24 Mirage F-1s from Iraq flew over to Iran in fear of being shot down by more advanced coalition fighters. Iran seized them as retribution for the war that ended 3 years before. The war that I covered earlier. You know, the Iran-Iraq war. Anyways, here are some little interesting facts. During the Chadian-Libyan War, or commonly known as the Toyota War, which if you want more information on that war, I recommend watching Count Dankula's video on it. He did it a heck of a lot better than I could. The French Foreign Legion used Mirage F-1s in support of the Chad militias to fight off Libyan forces who were launching assaults into northern Chad. And here's another. During Operation Desert Shield, France sent 2 groups of Mirage F-1s in response to the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait, 33 in Saudi Arabia and 12 in Qatar. In the first few days of Operation Desert Storm, Mirage F-1s were grounded so they don't get confused for the Iraqi F-1s. Mirage F-1s are capable of dropping laser-guided bombs, along with anti-ship missiles. The Nor is a Chinese-exported YJ-83, which Iran was the first foreign country to receive these missiles, from what I could find. The Sukhoi Su-24 Fencer. Class: all-weather bomber. National origin: Soviet Union, now known as the Russian Federation. Crew: 2. Number owned: 21. Received: 1991. Payload: 17,635 pounds. Hardpoints: 9. Missiles: R-60, R-73, KH-29, and KH-58. 23mm GSH-6-23. Ceiling: 36,000 feet. Maximum speed: 1,028 miles per hour. Combat range: 380 miles. Ferrying range: 1,724 miles. The Sukhoi 24, much like the F-14 Tomcat, is an aircraft with a variable sweep wing design. Today, the Fencer is being used by Ukraine to launch Storm Shadow missiles and Scalp cruise missiles to strike inside Russia. Being an all-weather bomber, it can be used during storms, nighttime, or even low visibility conditions, hence the name. With a great payload capacity, and with the possibility of carrying anti-ship missiles, it could pose a problem. During a conflict, these aircraft will likely be top priority to be destroyed, not to jeopardize naval operations. The MiG-29 Fulcrum. Class: multi-role fighter. National origin: the Soviet Union, now known as the Russian Federation. Number owned: 24. Received: 1991. Payload: 8,800 pounds. Hardpoints: 7. Missiles: R-60 and R-73. Gun: 30mm GSH-30. Ceiling: 59,000 feet. Maximum speed: 1,520 miles per hour. Combat range: 560 miles. Ferrying range: 1,300 miles. The Fulcrum is another widely exported aircraft, being found in India, Ukraine, North Korea, and even Myanmar, also known as Burma. The MiG-29 is actually seeing combat right now in the Russia-Ukraine war, using American-made missiles to shoot down incoming drones and cruise missiles. The Fulcrum was designed to be a competitor against the General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon. The greatest aircraft ever made, you can fight me on this. The United States fought the MiG-29 during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. 5 were shot down by the almighty F-15 Eagle, another favorite of mine. In another conflict during the Eritrea-Ethiopian War, Eritrean MiG-29s were reportedly shot down by Ethiopian Sukhoi 27s. The MiG-29 is the most advanced fighter that the Iranians are currently fielding, with soon the Sukhoi 35 taking that mantle as the most advanced. Alright, that's all for now. I didn't include the Sukhoi 35 because, well, Iran still is receiving them and they don't really have that many. Including every single aircraft, including the trainers, the maritime patrol aircraft, the cargo haulers, the refueling tankers, that would have made this video longer than it needed to be. Besides, take a look at the date on my sinking the Cheonan video, and you will realize how long it took me to make this video. I just want to deliver the best quality content I can give you guys. With that being said, thank you so much for being very patient with this video. The next video will be a remake on the Chinese aircraft carriers, which I felt like needed to be done just because of how lackluster it was, and I just feel like I could have done better with it. With that being said, adios amigos, see you next time.